I want you to say aye aye, Captain.
Are we in SpongeBob now?
I don't know about SpongeBob, but we are streaming.
We're streaming underwater, so we are in SpongeBob.
Correct. Well, you're streaming underwater. I play the better game.
Disagree.
It's if it's not already the better game, it'll definitely be the better game here shortly. You need like
They're
a
both like
couple.
they're both different games, and I think they're both good for their own stuff.
Yeah, I mean, true. I think there's definitely that
I mean,
I
if they
can
fix
agree
the loot in PoE 1, I think like PoE 1 is like definitely really good
with.
because that's currently the problem.
Metago, welcome. Thank you for being around. Appreciate you, sir.
What a time to be a Nymph fan.
What a time to be a Nymph fan. Mabroom, welcome, sir. Welcome, welcome. What a time to be a Nymph fan. We're, we're, we're gonna get this fucker to start streaming, you guys. He's gonna do it, and he's gonna fucking like it. Good
You're
morning,
asking too
Jufantosi.
much.
Welcome, welcome. All right. Soul. I don't think we care for Soul very much. And it gives us Astards for free. We'll take Astards for free, team. Let's go, Cake Vendor, Jersak, John. John Q, even. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, guys. Bob Keeson here. I mean, what? Never mind.
Timo Keeson.
Whatever. Apparently I don't get to have my own name. It's just whatever chat decides the name is. It's really a sad world of being a streamer. Yeah, yeah, you know you've grown up when your own chat bullies you constantly. They like some random faceless voice on stream better than you. What kind of shit is that, chat?
It is what it is.
It is what it is, he says. I don't think I care about these flash chargers. I don't think I care about any of that shit either.
He's cursing on stream.
All the time.
Get him.
Get him. Get me with what?
I don't know.
Monsters that are immune to chaos, and the hits cannot be evaded. Okay. Color me absolutely careless. Alright. This should be good enough. And if it's not, then it is what it is. We'll just make it good enough. How do you like the flashbangs, chat? Faceless, disembodied voice provides mystery. True.
As much mystery as a fucking book can be.
He's mysteriously constantly annoyed by everything we say, chat.
I mean, that's my trade, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw, but Nymph got his own emote in the Discord today.
What do you mean own a mode?
I
just asked you to do it. And you were like,
actually,
oh no,
I
I
need to
don't know
change
how
the
to
name
do
of it from Catgun to Nymph.
No. If you
I
want a
might just
real
do that.
emote for me, I have a better one. Wait. I have a better one.
All right, we need to see this better one. So you mentioned the
This
conduit jewel
one.
setup. I was trying to look it
I
up.
posted.
You posted it? Excellent. you were trying to look it up and didn't find anything. The conduit jewel setup is this right here. You pick up a... The fuck is it? You pick up one of these from nothing with conduit. And then you pick up one of these. I mean, if you don't need mana, then you don't put mana. But you go crit bonus, crit chance. Ideally with spells. Ideally you quality it. And then you use conduit to click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nodes for this thing. And then you click 2 more that you already have. And then if you have triggered, you click 1 more. And then if you don't have these, then you click those. So this jewel hits like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 nodes this jewel hits. So, you know, it's casually like 300% crit bonus or some shit. And like, I don't know, 140 crit chance and 15% mana. It's like... It's incredibly strong, this setup. What
I
CD
posted the emote in
breakpoint do you
general.
want? I hit the breakpoint that I want. Or not. I'm usually on 0.27. I don't know why my CD is actually down right now.
No quality on Blink probably.
No, it was with no
Or
quality on
Blink
Blink and
Cosmic.
Hideout. I did something.
Rug.
I broke something. I was at 0.27 cooldown and 0.27 cast speed. So, I don't know what that's all about.
Okay.
Unless Catal's rejuvenation does literally the opposite of what I think it does.
On.
Does it provide increased cooldown recovery, or does it provide increased
Yes.
cooldown? Okay,
You can cooldown recovery.
so it should be helpful. Catal's rejuvenation should
Yeah.
be helpful to Blink.
Yeah, it will make your Blink less cooldown effectively.
Yeah, so Blink cooldown should be 0.27, and Blink cast speed should be 0.27, unbuffed, before Catal's or anything else. So it's just under 4 blinks per second. I mean, I guess functionally it doesn't matter. This feels fine. I don't know if you guys are getting flashbanged, but post new patch, it definitely feels a little bit more flashbangy. I don't know if my graphics settings got reset or what. This is definitely a screen cancer build. Oh, the other thing you guys should see is I did what I promised to do yesterday, 17, 17, 17. I spent the morning fucking around, and I went and hit level 90 real fast. So that we could actually show the build. Instead of just being a leveling streamer permanently.
Oh no. Is that question again?
What's the question?
Read the first time chatter.
How do you know what to craft at this point of the league, or how to find popular items overall? As you can see from the screen, sir, we are doing everything else but crafting at this point of the league. Crafting most definitely requires a buyer. Or I could craft for myself, which requires a goal. I have neither a surplus of buyers nor any particular endgame goals. We did do a little bit of crafting for ourselves, but if you're talking about how do you know what to craft for profit, I don't. It does take a bunch of research, and you start looking for stuff, and then you like find the market, and just like after doing days and days of research, we're just like, the markets suck. The people have stopped playing the league. This is just end league goals at this point. Like the majority of players have left at this point. But the good news is the new league is right around the corner. Like we got like a month until the 0.5 event league reset. So
Probably.
we should be getting announcements soon. Like a month from now would be end of August. End of August, beginning of September. We will at least in a few weeks should know when they're doing it. Alright, that was sketchy. I guess that's what I get for letting my Adonia buff drop. God damn, this filter's annoying me. I need to make 9 lives tighten it. Alright, next time 9 lives is streaming, I need to go talk to him about making the Omega Strict filter actually Omega Strict. Or just copy it and make an Expedition Strict or something.
Are you using the red filter? Because you are playing like on leveling all the time.
Yeah, I'm definitely using the right filter. Actually, I should have Temple Gold still. Do I not have Temple Gold? I don't have Temple Gold. I need to go to a Temple filter. I need to go to last league's Temple filter. Fucking like this shit needs to be hidden. I don't care. It needs to go. Let's see if we have 9 lives loot filter saved anywhere. Yes, I do. All golden rares, uber strict, VVV strict. He deleted Temple Gold. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna sit on the shitty loot filter. What actually is a currency reset? Is it like a fresh start XP wise? Isn't the next league gonna be 1.0? So the next full league is gonna be 1.0, but in about a month or so, when you go to create a character, in addition to the Runes of Aldor section, you're gonna have another banner right here that'll say Runes of Aldor Trial of the Ancestors, or whatever the hell you want to call it, Event League. So there'll be an actual extra league here under the banner of Runes of Aldor. It'll be like 0.5.5. So your main league and all your current characters will remain in place, but you'll be able to start in a fresh league with a full reset. It's like the way that Freesia was in PoE 1. The way that Trial of the Ancestors Returns was about a month ago in PoE 1. It's just going to be an event league. If I don't want crit chance on my Timeless Sapphire, what are the options I could get instead? You could go to PoE 2DB and do your own research, sir. Some content creators are still sharing new builds, by the way. You might want to try those items. I suppose. We could do a little bit of research. We'll see how Nymph feels about it.
I'm fine if you have the link to those dudes.
I love this fucking soundtrack. I cannot get over how much I like the soundtrack. All right. I've always wondered for how people stay on top of the market items to craft. Um, I mean, yeah, it's really just looking at builds and what's happening. Chaos spamming ritual tablets. Chaos spamming tablets is good, but ritual tablets are actually ass. Ritual tablets are not the right ones. You should be doing breach. Or I think Abyss. Abyss sells. Breach or Abyss. I think Delhi has good options too. What are we doing here when we were going over, people were asking, like, what are you talking about, new league start? What new league start? There's going to be 1.0. And I'm like, yeah, there's going to be 1.0. But there's also an event league. They're not releasing 1.0 without Arcane Archer. And they're not going to release the last two Ascendancies on 1.0.
They might do it later though, because they specifically said like they are going to release it even if those things are not done.
I see. Well, I guess that is possible, but either way.
Yeah.
Your videos are really amazing. It was easy to understand a lot. I learned a lot. Thank you very much. In case some of you guys hear for the first time, that weird sound you just heard, that's the sound of Nymph hitting something or dying. We never quite know which one.
How did he one-shot me?
Yeah, apparently in this time it was Nymph dying. You see? I
was like, oh yeah, this enemy is like, guess why? This Velk, it gives me a div. I click on him and he just one-shots me. What? Dude, my dude, I have 16,000 HP.
Alright. What is that? This is 25. This is 25. I'm new here. What is this place? This is your old personal hell. This is the dark depths of the abyss. We need quantity and monsters. This is your own flavor of personal hell. Chaotic monsters. Alright, so we're gonna go 30 here and 30 there. This is like high school times for me, guys. Fucking love this music. So much nostalgia. And high school was a terrible ass time to begin with. But shit is from 20 years ago. So they were good times. Don't judge me, chat. Alright, we're gonna corrupt all these and hopefully not break too many. Alright, 14's goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, 15's. Let's see what we bricked. So, the correct way to do this would be to... Let me resend these flasks. I might craft these 83s one day. I might not. Okay, so this is actually a good one. The tier 16s are obviously good because they can't change mods. So...
Okay, let's see. Have you tried running expedition with higher waste on drop chance? Yes, the video was shared.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yep. Unless you keep tracking it, it's probably not insanely hard to notice unless you were running like literally zero before, because most of us was already running like a lot of things.
Yep. And this is just so you guys know, we're looking at a PoE.re website, and you can regex items. So in other words, it gives you this weird little search string. I selected I want at least 70 effectiveness. I copy this little weird search string. I go into the game, and since I pasted everything in there, it'll tell me which waystones bricked. So I can literally pull out the non-highlighted ones. And all the non-highlighted ones, the effectiveness went down. So now I have a full set of at least 70 effectiveness. Now some of these are 8 modded. Some of these have the 110 waystone drop chance, and that's the better ones, obviously. And some of these don't. It is what it is, but now we have travel maps, and so these become my travel maps. And
Okay, let's go through
these are
let's go
formats.
through the comments. Nymph's voice is Keyson's personal tank Mazel, probably. Doctor, the location where you get Omen of Leech is from Amanamu mobs, from the Void stuff, primarily. It's not Dark Death specifically. You may have to change your faction stuff if you don't see them.
Where's Tom to hate on
Let's
the music? That's funny.
What else? What else? You want to practice story to T15 runs? Is it possible? Yes. You can just SSF run it. You just have to keep it in mind that you do not have access to trade in that case. Rolling +3, yes, +3 is kind of rare. You're just unlucky. It's just very rare. The high stuff. Have you seen the Eraser build? Contagion plus Perfect Strike with high attack speed. I've seen a variation of this when it was, I think, like week 2, where people use Perfect Strike by just right-clicking and having like enough like attack speed and cast speed to basically make it use. I am not exactly sure of the build you're talking about, though. Yes, Keeson is a 17-year-old emo girl. Yep. The camera is fake. Alright. Time to go back to mapping.
The chat reading service brought to you by Mr. Nymphozorius Nymphomaniac. Alright. +1 on 7. I don't really care about +1 on 7, but let's see how... We're just gonna pop in a Highway Stone chance map into here. And we're gonna pop in the waystones. I specifically bought ones with effectiveness and quantity of waystones. So I don't know if quantity of waystones is different than waystone drop chance. So is Nymph playing PoE 1 league? Yes. Yes, he is. That's what he's all gushing about over there.
Yes. Correct thing.
Like, I don't necessarily know how this feels, like if these sockets we're getting are because of the sockets, or if it's because of the waystone chance, or if it's because of the tier of the maps. But people are saying it works. I'm inclined to believe them. I can't feel a goddamn bit of difference. So, you know, take it for what you will.
The thing is, from looking at this data very slightly, like on the lower amount it doesn't change, but on the higher amount it does. So and additionally, the changes are not extremely drastic because you were already running like good things before. So what you did is going from like tier 13 to tier 14. You don't notice it, but there is a difference, effectively. If you understand what I mean.
In other words, what you're trying to explain, there's a Russian saying for it. It's in one of the popular movies. And it basically it goes like this. The saying goes like this: do you see the gopher? And the guy standing next to him goes, I don't. And the guy goes, but it's there. So that's the basic equivalent of what we're experiencing here. There is a difference, even if we don't see
All
it.
right. Okay, Bulldog. So basically, somebody did some testing, and basically the consensus, the result is that Waystone drop chance increases the amount of sockets spawned on the Vivisium stones. So that means the more you run, the more likely it is to be higher amounts. That means it's more loot.
If I'm missing +2 random mods, Rakusa, then why does the map look like this? You think this just naturally spawns like that?
Yes, so I'm basically assuming that anything that is not fucking nailed down on the ground that isn't specifically affected by anything else is going to be affected by fucking Waystone drop chance. So that means Waystone drop chance is going to be the fucking universal mod for everything.
If it's not nailed down on the ground, he says. Ah, that's pretty fucking good.
I mean, what? Okay. What is it? What is it? Huh?
I love the expression. Are you sure you're German and not Russian? Because you're saying some Russian shit right there.
Don't worry, I get around some culture.
Oh, that is funny as fuck. Where's Tom to hate on the music? I don't know. We're streaming early hours and this bastard is nowhere to be found. We're gonna stop streaming EU hours if this motherfucker doesn't decide to show up to stream.
Well, somebody picked top then.
Indeed. What if like 3 of you ping Tom and go, where the fuck you at, dude? Maybe we don't need 3 people to do it, but you know, if somebody does feel like doing it, feel free.
Hmm.
I wonder if like we could get one of the next streamer interview with GGG, if we can get whoever does it, if we can get them to ask about why the hell Waystone Chance is coded as universal juice into their game, that would probably be great.
I probably know the answer already.
What's the answer?
Because they want something to scale with difficulty, and difficulty is linked to Waystone drop chance. So basically they're using Waystone drop chance as a difficulty slider because that can be increased by different ways. I already know the fucking response.
Yep.
And I hate it. And it's like
the gold is accidental. The gold I don't care. I care about these 3 mods right here. Waystones. 2 random mods, effectiveness. I did divine them to be at least reasonable on the effectiveness and the +2. The basic answer is laziness and spaghetti code. Don't forget. Maybe it's drops in the Waystone and not OF, not OnlyFans Waystones? What you talking about, Willis? Plus what Nymph said. You know what's gonna be hilarious? If Nymph ever is like, I'm gonna start my own streaming career, And then this entire stream is like, fuck Keeson. I'm gonna go watch Nymph. That would be hilarious. Fuck that guy. Did you test the crystalline immunities and apologize to chat? I can't test it, bro. Plus, you already redeemed the chat was right yesterday, so I agreed. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're already on that point.
Shaking my hand.
All right.
Bowing before chat.
I need to make sure there's a thing that I need to save for some troubleshooting later for YouTube quality, because YouTube quality suffers a little bit.
Person pisses.
R.I.P.
You have more fangirls on YouTube.
Hey, first time viewer here, just came by to say your videos are top tier. Thank you very much. And what's wrong with having fans, Nymph? We're trying to provide value
I'm
to
just
people.
telling you. What the fuck?
Yeah. Why do you sound annoyed while you're telling me? That's the better question.
That's my voice.
Stop
dissing my voice.
He says that's just my voice. Listen, have you tried changing it? You should try changing it.
Have you tried shutting up?
Your voice is not good enough. Spent 5 alders sockers searching for boons, got 1 boon and a saga on a random pathing expedition map. True. If he's asking that it works, I can vouch it works. I have immunity anointed. No, we were having a heated discussion yesterday about crystallized immunities doing a thing where, like, if you match all of your support gems, if it'll give you all 3 or if it'll give you none of them. So
yeah. I believe it was all 3, if I remember correctly.
Apparently not. Chat is saying it's just 1, or actually it gives you none. That you have
that's
to
possible.
That you have to have a majority, and if you don't have a majority, then you're just eating a dick. So it's an active downside for gemling, because we need to balance this stuff. Because for our things, we want a balance of all support gems. I've input random bullshit into my non-important links. Like, this is full of random bullshit. This is just there for random bullshit. Half of these are just random bullshit. This is entirely random bullshit. Like, the actual amount of strength and dex gems is like 6 or 7 or something that I'm using. But yeah, I can't really be bothered that much with this. But the other thing that I was wondering is if I should even be caring about Dominion and Archon, and if I should look at something else. But if we read our qualities here, like, Gaston Elemental Ailment gets reservation efficiency bonus. So actually it's better to put Cast on Crit on here because it doesn't get additional quality. Cast on Crit is strictly better on the amulet than it is on here. Oh wait, no. It does get additional quality.
I think it's additional quality.
Well, we were looking at it and it didn't look like it did. So we get additional mana regen. What is our mana regen? 231. I mean, that's not like horrible. It's actually pretty reasonable mana regen. The Virizium shit is whatever. We don't care about this. 46% further away. Additional quality. Cool. Spark gets a whole boatload of projectiles. Blink sends you to Zimbabwe. This is what this says. Fucking travel to Africa. Non-stop flight, no layover. Yep. That's how it feels. Also, we need to. What I missed is Comet. Comet. This is like, who gives a fuck? What is this even like? The intern couldn't come up with a better fucking 68 increased hits with enemy. Garbage. The 5% more damage per chain, though, per chain remaining is pretty crazy. So we've got 11 chains by default, and we got +3, so it's 14 chains. So it's like nearly double damage to the first hit. Why play Gemling with +11% global quality? Because, like I said, do you understand that this part right here, if I put more quality, we're literally going to go past Zimbabwe and end up in fucking Madagascar or the Indian Ocean? I put a 0% quality blink. I don't want blink to send me to the next fucking dimension. I don't want to end up in Spider-Verse because we put a bunch of quality on everything. Like, this is cool. Sure, this is cool. I really don't give a fuck. The reason we're playing Gemling is because +2 is very good, and the mana quality and no crit is also very, very, very good. I like both of those. I'm whatever on this, and like the alt quality is nice. I'm not like, I don't know that I give a shit that much on caster. I don't know that I care. Apparently my chat is disconnected and reconnected, so that's interesting. My YouTube chat is like disconnecting, reconnecting, which is weird.
Goes in pieces.
RIP indeed.
Well, hi Fedor.
It's Fyodor. You gotta pronounce it correctly, sir.
I do not. It's not my responsibility.
What's up, sir?
It's your
How you doing?
responsibility.
Blink will send you to PoE 1. Literally, it'll open the time-space continuum barrier, send you backwards. Where's Paragon and 5 quality on Amulet? I'm not sacrificing cast speed for 5 quality. You can eat my ass, sir. Gemling +11 global quality is criminal. It's fine. It's completely fine. I wish Nymph was here to roast you. Nymph is here. Nymph doesn't even care.
Sorry, what?
Wen wants you to roast me for having 11 global quality on Gemling.
I mean, it's fine. I don't care.
See? Nymph isn't even on your side, and you're gushing about it.
I mean, it's good to stack, but you need a reason to stack it. And if your damage skills is not like stacking it, then why do you care?
Yeah, we don't. They're not like amazing.
Sure. Recent update and GPU driver completely fucks your FPS. Are you on DirectX 12 or are you on Vulkan? Also, are you on NVIDIA?
Also, try to drop your settings a little bit down. If you go to your graphics and you drop your texture quality to medium, this should set a lot of your stuff. Like, I don't know if you could see it, but I have a RTX 3080, which is strong enough to run this shit. It's not the best graphics card, but it's like good enough. And I had to drop this to medium and performance to be able to handle both the shader overflows and all that. And I also put my shader cache sizes unlimited. So they may have said, yeah, you
They
should be running
should
just
have
fine.
fixed it now.
They
So,
they said they fixed it. I don't believe it. Go to your NVIDIA control panel further and set your cache size to unlimited.
it disconnected me too from the chat. Wow.
Yeah, it was doing that. It was like disconnecting, reconnecting. I don't know. YouTube's being weird. I need to save this. Okay, and then I need to save this also. So for some reason, YouTube is experiencing things about like random bitrate. I don't know. Yeah, it's not liking the resolution. It's not liking the ultra wide. We'll see.
I see.
Number of lights was the one that made a big difference to me. Stopped the majority of crashes when I lowered. Yeah. If you got a jewel that can cover the crit chance. Considering a rare glove over Maligaro is a whole build swap, Cake Vendor. So I was on Maligaro until I switched to this, which is like the end game goal, like glove. But then the other thing I did in order to like make it worth it is I went and I got fucking these kinds of jewels. I got like 8 of them, which is several thousand divines investment. If you know how to make them. If you don't know how to make them, it's like 4 to 5,000 divine investment. I might have spent like 2k divs on these jewels, but all of them are self-made. So, and then this cluster for the jewel, and then I ended up putting conduit, this thing right here for from nothing. Passives in range of conduit can be allocated, so we can click this without getting it connected. So when you switch off of Maligaro, you gotta be like, it has to be worth it, because Maligaro itself isn't just Maligaro on casters specifically. I mean, on everybody else really, it's the same across the board. Because the thing with Maligaro is it's not just the 250 crit bonus, which would be whatever, but it's also 1.6 multiplier for a support slot, because you can run pinpoint critical with no downside with Maligaro. So that's the other big reason. This is the harder one to overcome. The 250 crit bonus itself is whatever. It's the line that says your critical chance cannot be re-rolled. So, or rather, your crit bonus is 250. Like the fact that it doesn't change and you don't have to eat the downside. That's the insane part. So it's a whole ass build swap, my brother. It's not that simple. Is this a good one? Sulfite. Try wild. Fucking sear. Yeah, this is ass.
Oh! I need more recovery. I don't have enough tankiness.
He died again. Yep.
Yep, I should
Skill
not
issue.
run a minus max crit nightmare map. Yep. That's all on me, Chief.
That is on you.
That's what I said. That's what on me.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you said that one isn't on me. I'm like, that 100% that is on you. That's on literally nobody else. This boss spent more time in his animation to wake up than he spent actually being alive. I love PoE 2 endgame. Alright, we need more travel maps. And I need to remember to swap off of Mage Blood after we're done with travel maps. Should start a tracker for that, or like a drinking game. We will be shit-faced in like 20 minutes, bro. Also, I'm a really cheap drunk. I don't really drink. Like, I mean, smoking cigarettes is like the extent of my vices, though, so. Oh, here we go. It's that fucker again. I died in front of an omen of light. That's rough. That is rough indeed. So we're doing a little bit of expedition. There isn't really anything that we want to be crafting, unless you guys need something made or some demonstrations or something. But for the most part, I'm thinking what I'm interested in today, chat, is trying to figure out if I can do practice for the 0.5 scenario start, to where I could basically simulate a league start in SSF and try to go into maps with no gear on Sork on like Varashta and just push a Varashta build past Act 1 and all the way into maps and see how that feels. Now, it's probably going to feel like ass because I haven't practiced Act 2 on Varashta at all. But, I mean, obviously it's not that hard to do the campaign itself. Holy, this one sucks. We are out on this one. We're just straight up walking out of that one. My friend died in front of his first ever divine drop in 0.1. He almost cried. It's actually pretty good. Well, yeah, like Varashta League Start is supposed to be really good. I just, you know, it's not a question of is the build good. It's the question of, am I good at that build? And I think that's where the problem is gonna lie for us, chat. I think that's my boomer hands. They just might not be good enough. When you have the ascendancy, skill will carry you. That's why I'm trying to play Varashta. Ooh. Hey, second one, chat. Second one in like 20 maps. So easy. The question is, do I want 200 divs? I don't think I give a fuck about 200 divs. I think I want the spirit, and then I want the point after that. And I kind of want 5 all res. Actually, I want all of them. Fuck. Chat, what the fuck, bro? Alright, I guess we're just gonna have to start taking these, starting with spirit. That is incredibly lucky. Wow.
Somebody mentioned to not forget Headhunter.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys are the real fucking G's. What would I do without you? So we don't care about anything else on this map other than... This is actually, by the way, this is not a juiced expedition. This is a random bullshit expedition. This is a travel map. And the other one that I got was also in a travel map, so... It's straight up luck. I'm gonna have to try this farm just waystone. Well, I'm not farming anything. Like, this is we're on a travel map, bro. As you can tell, my tablets are in my inventory. We're literally running a random map. Like, look at the mods. There's nothing on here. It's just a random 6 mod waystone. It's 105 more waystone chance. There's nothing else. This is literally a nothing burger map. Like, we're not... This is just straight up luck. Like, that was happening without our agency involved in it whatsoever. Alright, very nice. Sutured Spoon. It's the waystone chance that increases the chance of bigger remnants? Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Bedard needs a craft, he says.
I need a ring for my arc totem. What are the mods on the ring? Can you elaborate on the early game with Disciple of Arashta? So basically what I'm thinking is we're gonna go Sork and Disciple of Arashta. Your main damage scales off your ascendancy. It doesn't need gem levels. It doesn't need sockets. So you're not perfect jeweler reliant. You're not gem level reliant. It just scales with your level. You get levels, you get damage. That's it. It only scales with minion levels and, you know, minion shit on your tree, which we're in the minion section, so that's fine. And then you could literally just get minion levels on your helmet, minion levels on your amulet, and minion levels on your scepter, and then hard focus on defenses. So what I'm wondering is if I can play an SSF scenario, like SSF level it for speedrun practice, get through the campaign, and start going through the Atlas and simulate like a league start type of scenario to feel out the drops and to feel out the power level of the build and what we can and cannot do. This might be a worthwhile scenario, and I might need to do it several times off stream. I don't know if I'll have the sanity to do it several times, but I at least need to do it once. Also, Deadlock matchmaking was changed today, so I'm going to be playing Deadlock off stream. I would play Deadlock on stream, but then you guys won't watch, so it doesn't really matter. That's why we're doing it off stream. So, ta-da. You drop a video. Well, what would be in the video, Alex? What do we even put into that video though? So I got 22 on here. The question is, if I take off Catals, I need to leave the Diala in here, probably. I could, if
Oh, they didn't.
actually...
I forgot that. I forgot the patch is not out yet. But
So 28. What I was thinking about doing is putting the Verizium, the Remnant Explosion into the build. But I don't know if explosive transmutation is going to be a thing, if I'm going to be able to fit it in. Maybe the alt quality, maybe we're lucky, chat, and maybe the alt quality on it is res efficiency, but I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. It wants the full 30 spirit. So the only way we can fuck with it is by moving Dialas out of Blink. But if we move Dialas out of Blink, we're losing our nice little... Oh, the map mod had reduced CDR. That's why it wasn't that. Okay. So if we move Dialas out of Blink, then we lose level 40, and losing level 40 is a problem because then Blink goes to 0.33, and that's unacceptable. Um, but the other thing that we could do, we could go, we could take this out completely. And we could put, for example, we'll retool all the shit later, but we could go Communion in here. But then Blink is eating our 60 spirits, so it's irrelevant. So we need Communion and Blink regardless. No matter what. If we put Communion and Blink, we can go Utrids in there, but then we're just dropping Declaration and Heart, and I think that's kind of fucked. So we gotta find a way to get +1 to Blink. So we got the 1 corruption. We maxed out the corruption here. I mean, we could like in theory we can sanctify or like buy a +5 sanctified for a shitload of money and solve it that way, or accept 3 blinks per second instead of almost 4. Even if we don't wear Catals, it's only 28 spirit. We could try to sanctify for more spirit here. We could try to find a jewel with some extra spirit on there, sack a jewel slot for it. There's a bunch of different options, but I don't really like any of them. So I think explosive transmutation is a bust. And we can think about spirit later. So we can have, I mean, for now we could just like put fucking mysticism on. It's just it's not a whole lot of power, but it's something.
What's the price so high?
No, we can't put mysticism in because it'll fuck our gem sockets. Suck a dick, mysticism. I'm out. Okay. Done. Huh. I need a mnemonic ring, double it from Caladra, cast speed, max mana, crit chance, spell damage, something like that. Maybe chaos resistance. Just go buy a ring like this from the trade site. I mean, alternatively, you buy this fractured with spell damage. You do a catalyzing slam with speed. You chaos whatever mod you want here, rarity or whatever it is, or you buy it like, well, you can't really, if you want exotic mods, like if you want crit chance or crit bonus for spells or anything like that, then you have to buy it from Breach. It's very minimal crafting there. But if you want something like this is craftable. You chaos for rarity. You do a speed slam, you do a either lightning or fire slam for all res. If it fails, then you annul and you go again, and you just keep doing that. In order to do the slam with a quality, you could do 20% quality. If you want to slam a prefix and do a prefix crystallization with a breach essence, you could do a 40% quality slam. It just makes it more likely. With your catalyzing exaltation. Then when your suffixes are done, you whittle the quality once. Doesn't matter what it is. You do prefix crystallization with a mana essence, and then you desecrate the mana. So if you're new to this game, I would not attempt this ring craft. It's getting into complex territories, and I would say, like, I don't necessarily want to break it down line by line on stream because it's going to take an hour to really get through it, and brain power too. I would say pick the stats that you want and look at buying it. What can you craft? Like fun and good for Totemark. Amulets are not fun to craft. There's nothing fun about crafting amulets. Crafting amulets is just hitting. Here's what crafting amulets consists of. You ready? You take 3 of these and you chaos them for spirit, then you fracture it. After you're done with spirit, then you chaos it for spell skills. After you're done with spell skills, you do fucking prefix chaos for whatever you want on this mod, and then you desecrate for the last mod. It's expensive, it's annoying, and it takes forever. There's nothing good about crafting these. I don't even craft these. I bought this shit. I'm not whatsoever interested in crafting it. I'm so not interested in crafting it. I think I have an extra one somewhere. I think I bought a different one just to have. Like, that's how uninterested I am in crafting them. Or I might have sold it at that point. Yeah, I probably sold it. Just get a COC amulet and use the normal cast on elemental ailments and you got free spirit. That's why you guys are the best, chat. I only made profit from crafting apps and amulets. Yeah, I mean, I didn't say they're bad to craft as far as like the profit margin. I said they're absolutely impossibly annoying to make. Yep. Yep. Look at that. We got a... Oh, these are PoE 1 servers. Who gives a fuck about these? Nymph, PoE 1 servers are restarting in about
I
15.
know, I'm very aware.
Everyone running Grand Regalia body armor, so what's so good about it? And does it need to be crafted? Isn't Grand Regalia the...
Arbiter one. Arbiter Flash one.
Yeah. That's a unique. Uniques can't be crafted. If you try to min-max, you'd want COEA on the amulets so you can qual and plus level corrupt COC. No. I see where you're going with that, but no. I'm not trying to min-max. We are happy to check prefixes on our own. There are some sanctifications and some ass prefixes. This was corrupted with Zarok. I don't want corrupted with Zarok. Spell damage. Yeah. I would rather have mana. Sanctified tier 2 spell damage. Nope. I could designate mana, but I want to see if percent mana is ever going to be a thing here. So this is sanctified. This looks like a downrolled. It's got cast on crit on there. Like, this is technically prefix chaosable. Not this one. This one. This one's prefix chaosable. If we wanted to hit higher level mana, but do we want to do that if we could just buy it? So let's just say we don't care about sanctifications. Sometimes we do care about the failed sanctifications, sometimes we don't. I want to be able to play around with my helmet with the helmet anoint, just to be able to see if I can if I decide to do something else. So I don't want it sanctified yet. Rarity isn't bad, but I would rather have mana. We definitely don't want the ES. Just scrolling through comps, and this is like part of it is almost like market research-ish. Okay. All right, I've seen enough. Let's go count one, either mana 180 or max mana percent 6. 700. It's 8 with a tier 2 cast speed. Gross. Brother. No way. Did I like overshoot the regular mana or something?
Alright, let's see what you're doing.
Obviously something wrong. Max mana. Maybe 170 is what I needed to set. Maybe my range was off. The thing is fun about crafting unless you hit. Makes crafting makes you want to quit the game that you aren't hitting what you want. Well, it depends on how you approach it. Are there really no tier 1 flat manas? Wow. I mean, there are some, they're just like... So the first thing with full tier 1s is 850 with percent. Is percent better than the flat?
Pop it.
I don't have it.
Well,
so I could go explosive transmutation and put Arbiter's Ignition in it. And then that becomes our way of getting Archon. And then that gives us an extra support gem on Spark, and we can put Zenith back into it. If you play Temporalis, then it should be flat. That's what I was thinking, because I'm not Omega mana stacking. A lot of my things don't have a flat. A lot of my things don't have a flat. I'm looking at picking up that one. It's got the anoint I want. Question is, how much do I want this explosive transmutation? That's the other question. Like, is there something better to put in here for 30 spirit? And then Gemling's gonna make it do elemental damage.
oh,
The question is, or no, it's just, it depends on what type of remnant. It's got a 14% crit. It costs ward? The physical one costs ward. The cold one does not. Am I reading that right, chat? Is since we're picking up mostly mana remnants, it's gonna go to the cold one, and that's gonna have 12% base damage. It's gonna deal some cold, and it's not going to have a ward cost. Does that seem about accurate to all y'all? And if that's the case, then we can put Zenith back into Spark, but like I don't know if we need to be spending that much time on it. I'll think about it. I'll think about it over, like, an answer isn't coming to me, so obviously an answer then isn't meant to be in my future. We'll think about it later. What about put Zir community into Trinian to get a load more damage? I'm not balancing Trinity. I have it in Blink. There's a reason why I have it in Blink. I don't really have enough spirit that way. You're thinking I use the 30 spirit to put it in Blink, leave Blink out normally, and then communion something else entirely. I see where you're going with that. If I were to do that, I would probably do Archmage, even if it's like lower mana investment Archmage. Alright, these are actual dog shit. I don't think I care to even click that reroll. This Trinity is much different as far as balancing goes compared to PoE 1's Trinity, so. Yeah. That one looks good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maps already. Yeah. I think we're gonna pull out a Saga for that. It was a boss, which is whatever. But there's our 5 expeditions. 1-7, 1-7, all 5s. Lucky. Gross. All 5s. Alright, that was ass. Back to travel maps we go. You want all of them in Spirit first. Yeah. What it seems like. I mean, if I do... I might be looking at some other 30 Spirit invest to do something else. I'm not 100% certain that it's going to be that it's going to be explosive transmutation, but I might want something else. We'll see. Like, if I can somehow get Blasphemy in here with Temp Chains, that would make me excited. Alright, Mage Blood or travel maps. What you up to over there, Nymph?
Just mapping. So basically, what you are doing?
Basically the same exact thing. True.
Yep.
Do you guys think that watching, are you guys more interested in seeing the actual Sork playthrough to see how it all feels and like it be the background noise for stream for y'all? Or are you more interested in finding out the conclusion? Are you guys more on the TLDR train, or are you more on the let's fucking watch it? Started a poll on Twitch. For those of you that have us on the background, if you don't mind tabbing in and voting, that would be lovely. Alright, this is at least 5 on a peninsula. I think peninsulas are a bit annoying, but it'll be fine. I'm just along for the ride. Whatever you like. With explanations are what I find helpful. Fair enough. Fair enough, sir. I'm glad you find something helpful. It would be very tough if you're like, nah, fuck you. I'm just here for nymph.
I mean, you didn't put that as an option.
It's an option in your
So-
hearts.
But most people seem to like, yeah, I wanna say, which is
YouTube
that's what they say,
videos
I guess.
for conclusions and stream for how it is. Yeah, I mean, we could do it both. What did you want us to do? Decide if you guys want to actually see the swordcast and stuff live, like for League Start simulation, or if I'm gonna just do it by myself on stream and you guys just want the conclusion. Desert Fox. Hey, Keeson wanted to say thank you for making the videos. It really unlocked a whole new part of the game for me, and I feel like I can actually profit craft without blindly having to try follow another YouTuber's craft, giving me the baseline tools to start experimenting myself. Absolutely. I appreciate it. You are definitely welcome. Thank you very much for joining us and being around. Also, Tom SHSCHK. Apparently he likes the full show, and I do hope he means the stream. So, nobody voted to just get the TLDR. So for the most part, I think we're just going to be like background content streamer as per usual. Which is fine. I don't really have any like Omega projects to show you guys. I think we are about in the end league mode on these. Ta-da and ta-da. That's good enough.
What do you mean Nymph is mean to you?
I like the stream and the IP webcam show.
What the?
I'm watching. I got my eyes in you. Not on you, mind you, he says. In you. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much, like, expedition grinding that my sanity can take when I normally play. I like to do a bit of farming and then, like, take a break and do some crafting and, like, do some build. I like a little bit of a variety out of my PoE 2 stuff. Because if it's just maps, that shit gets, like, real brain damaging real fast for me. These tinks are nice, though. I dropped more loot in the last 3 maps than I have in the entire PoE 1 league, by the way. Shit, I dropped more loot this map than I have the entire PoE 1 league. It's like 100 fucking maps I ran, and maybe like 60 charts. And my grand total drop is 2 divs. Like, I understand maybe divines don't need to be incredibly common, but holy fuck. The devs really, really missed on this PoE 1 league. There's like 0 desire to play that at all. And not just because it's PoE 1, but because it's in poverty.
It already kicked me. Wow. It didn't even count down to 0.
It didn't even count down to 0. Well, I hope you're in a place where it didn't fuck you up too bad.
I don't.
Figures. Where else do you find a wild nymph?
I mean, I was mapping like on a minute before. Like playing the actual game.
Playing the
Like
actual
the game
game?
meant to be.
Blasphemy. Not on this stream. Oh yeah, we just fell over and ate shit just to a strong gust of wind with headhunter stacks too. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna do some Sorky practice on SSF. I think before I switch to speedrun mode, I'm gonna have you guys hang out with Nim for a second and go smoke a cig.
Wow. I'm gonna look at everyone.
Yeah. So, did you change your dodge not to sprint or something like that? Yeah. I have a sprint button on spacebar, and then I have a dodge only button on middle mouse button. So that's not me pressing it, that's just holding a button down. And I'm blinking with middle mouse instead of spacebar. So it's definitely not that.
Oh,
So I can't see that, like, I think we went over just about most of the crafts. I think we got most of the basic video ideas out. There's something for a helmet. There's one martial weapon and a couple of early league started martial weapons. We got boots, helmet, we got monk gloves. We don't have these gloves, but I don't think there's a point in making a guide on these gloves. Like, who knows what's gonna happen next thing. Don't need anything on belts because everybody wears the expensive belts. We got an attack ring. We don't have a caster ring, which I don't know if we necessarily need the stuff that we don't have. And I didn't do anything on apps and amulets because it's literally just chaos. So like we have body armor on the price check guide. We don't have a dedicated body armor crafting. But like EVES body armor crafting might be something. But those are like super early, and we do have some tips and tricks. I think we have a good baseline for people to be able to get into crafting. I'm pretty happy with what we have as far as the selection of videos and what we've done and what we've taught. So the next thing is definitely going to be transitioning into league prep. I think it's very important for you guys to know that prepping for a league needs to start now and not a week before the league. So, and that's not very glorious to say, unfortunately, but if you want to make money, you need to fucking, spoiler alert, it's better if you can be faster at the campaign than not faster. So for league start prep, what do we need to know? I think I need to do an updated guide for y'all. Either base it on Sork or base it on grenades. You mean 1.0? No, I mean 0.5, bro. 0.5.5. My league start prep usually starts 5 minutes before season. Yeah. Trying a new character right now, and I died so many times. True. So we have roughly a month before 0.5.5 is gonna be coming out. I mean, we don't know that for a fact, but we are anticipating that it's gonna be early September, late August. I think they're gonna do 3 more weeks of PoE 1 patches and then call it a day, and then they're gonna leave that game alone. Of course. I'm a staying. You're welcome anytime. So I think in terms of like improving the general population skill at the game, I don't know if people want this, but like figuring out ways on how to be faster in the campaign both reduces pain points for when you do level, and it makes you more money because you're faster through it. Unless there's much content added on 0.55, I'll stay in this league and do SSF with my current items, test new characters. Yeah, I mean, if you don't care about the economy itself, then 0.55 doesn't do anything for you. The conduit from nothing is 900 div. I was here looking at time loss FIRs and just realized that, yeah. Yeah, it's the best caster jewel. Of course it's expensive, sir. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Conduit is the expensive one. Ayahuac says, I already mentioned it in this chat, but seems still to work. So flipping 2-socket cryptic leggings by rune forging them made me 8 div a piece for 81 eye level and 25 div a piece for 82. Do you think a lot of people will play 5-5? Absolutely. People will want something to play. As banger of a league as O.5 was, they're going to pull people in. My thinking is they're going to release the 3rd trial and they're going to release the 2 ascendancies. And that's going to be enough to get everybody in.
No, they said they're gonna release Total alongside
1.0?
No, a specific league surrounding like the tribe stuff. I don't remember the name. Like Mahui, like, and all these people, when they are releasing like content around it, they're gonna do the Total stuff.
I mean, they could do that for 1.0. We don't know what their
Yeah,
league
they could
mechanic
be
is for
doing that for
1.0.
1.0, but we do not know for now. I only know they said that. That means they're not gonna do it in 0.55. 0.55 is gonna be like either like some smaller stuff or just a league reset with like not too much.
I don't believe that. I think there's 0% chance that they do a league reset with nothing there. No, they're gonna add stuff for sure.
Yeah, they said like they're gonna add some stuff, but like not as big as like normal leagues. So the question is like,
well, yeah, but a
how big is
normal
that
league.
anime?
I mean, do you know how much goes into a normal league? Freaking, you've seen it. It's usually ascendancies and a new league mechanic and a bunch of balance changes and fucking gems and endgame balances and all this. Yeah, of course, we're not expecting that. But like 2 ascendancies and some new content, I'm sure they could manage that. There's going to be balance passes. There's going to be bugs. I'm sure they'll adjust builds. So it'll at least be for some build variety. But I can't imagine they don't release 2 ascendancies.
I don't think they will. I think they're gonna save it for 1.0 and just drop it all on us. They're gonna be very spare. 0.55.
New acts. I think new acts are coming with 1.0. I don't see them dropping acts. Based on the interviews, they said that they know how to do campaign. They don't really need our help testing it. Blah, 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 blah. So we're expecting 1.0 to have the rest of the acts.
Exactly.
We're also expecting 1.0 to have the swords. I don't think they're going to drop a weapon for a mid content. Dropping a whole sword, they need a class with it.
Yep. I just need them to nerf cities. That's all I want them to do. Just nerf cities, and I'm good. And I'll fucking play the game for like 3 more weeks. I don't want to deal with cities.
Testing city nerfs would probably be on the agenda for 0.5 for sure. I could see that happening. 50-50 on the agree with the background voice. So let's see about some sticky notes here.
I mean, you can make a bingo board.
Could make a bingo board, but instead, for now, we're gonna embrace our inner Fubgun Junior method, and we are going to put the sticky note in the bag, assuming that it actually gives me an option for it. Let's go window capture. No, it doesn't do any of that. Let's see. That's probably going to be on the browser then.
What?
So I'm trying to do a window capture for sticky notes. New streamer moment.
What?
Most people hate on campaign, but a new player when I started campaign was fun to play. Yeah, I mean,
Okay, so the problem is the first time campaign is fun. The problem is when they tell you, oh, you have to run the entire campaign again in 4 months. And it took you like 20 hours to do it the first time. That's when the problem starts. So unless you're good at campaign or you know what you're doing, this shit is gonna take time. It's not for everyone.
Speedrunning the campaign is definitely incredibly fun. All right, so I will figure out how to add notes for later. So for now, I guess I'll take notes myself, and then I would like you guys to be able to see it so y'all can see what's on there. I
I mean, you
know
can just
there's a way
write it
to
in
do it.
fucking Notepad.
Well, I just did sticky notes. Notepad doesn't really have a background, and I don't want to flashbang you guys.
What specifically do you need?
I need to add sticky notes in OBS.
No, like for what purpose are we doing this now?
So that you guys could see it on the on stream.
While you're speedrunning and stuff?
No. I want to sit through and kind of go through what we think is going to get added and put our heads together with chat and
I
go,
mean,
okay.
then you could capture browser and then just do it on like Google Docs instead of sticky notes.
Probably could. But Google Docs is still a flashbang, as you guys can see by my face.
Yeah, can you not turn it dark or something? Pretty sure you can just.
So maybe not that. There's got to be a way to just add it as an application. I mean, if for some reason the window capture isn't reading it. Um, mm, 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 mm. The Google Notes. Maybe I would have to. So I'm sure there's a settings page somewhere. Enable dark. Save, please. Yes. God bless. Okay. So it's adding notes. Okay. So this is 0.55 ideas. And
We don't see it in capture yet.
I'm not adding it to capture yet because it's tiny and we need to like make this larger. I think you guys should be able to see that. It's just gonna go into the regular window capture.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you guys should be able to see it now.
Sure.
So what are we looking at? Balance changes. For sure there's going to be balance changes.
Yep. At both Atlas and classes, probably.
Possible city nerfs. What else?
They're gonna nerf the gold on product invitations.
I mean, I don't know that that's like.
Okay, then differently. They may add a more chase drop to product or buff their uniques to be good because currently product is worthless.
Yeah. The Bodak balance. Boss balance.
Like it's yeah.
Just boss
Bodak
balance in general.
is such a good fucking boss, but it drops shit.
Class and skill balance changes are almost certainly happening, right? Like let's group these by almost certainly happening, and then maybe, and then probably not. So ascendancies are going into maybe. I think boss balance is going into maybe. City nerfs? Almost certainly. I think they will nerf Gemling. Yeah, I mean class and skill balance. So likely Gemling nerf. You know,
look,
likely martial artist nerf, probably. Fucking.
I don't think martial artist needs a nerf. I think okay.
I don't think it needs one either, but I think it's going to get one. I don't think.
I think what's gonna happen, if anything is gonna happen, they may just like buff like other classes, because how Gemlink got buffed this league, so they may be buffing like other classes to the level of Gemlink, but more likely than nerfing like martial artists, because I think martial artists is I think in a good place. The thing is, like, I don't know if they will nerf cities. Like, we want them to nerf cities because cities are just toxic currently. I don't know if they're gonna do it for 0.55. Because they haven't changed towers for like fucking 2-3 fucking leagues.
I've answered a question without saying anything. Somebody said temple buff ? Warrior nerf just to be safe. Yes. Yep. Customary warrior nerf.
Temple is actually in a good place. Unironically, it is in a good place. There is no real snake, so like people are gonna be sad, but like currently, like Temple has like its tire load, and the boss rushers is like pretty decent. So unfortunately for most of you, I think it's where they want it to be.
Ayahuasca, I don't think nobody plays standard anymore. It's really your choice. I have like probably 6,000 or 7,000 divines on standard that are just rotting. It doesn't. It's just a test shit type of area, so it doesn't do anything. So probably not new acts. Probably not Toda.
1 second. Let me finish that. There are people who play standards. If you do play standard, it's most likely things like omens and stuff. If you don't play standard, don't bother. You should know what's expensive in standard if you play it. If you don't, yeah. Sorry.
So, also probably not weapons. Classes.
Weapons, they said is gonna come with like has to come with like a new class, yeah. So it's not happening until we get Templar.
Right. So that's why probably not. Maybe Ascendancies, maybe boss balance. Almost certainly warrior nerf, almost certainly city nerfs. We've been screaming too loud about it. Almost certainly balance and skill changes. Class and skill balance changes. Gemling nerf, martial nerf. Is anything a candidate for a buff? Almost certainly Spirit Walker nerf.
No, I think
certainly Twister nerf.
I disagree with like a lot of things. I think that what they wanted to be, I think some of the classes are where they wanted to be, but I think they just want to push up the classes that are not as well used. Like, for example, like
Well, when all of these happened, when every single one of these nerfs happened, just reference this stream chat. Reference this freaking
stream
replay.
Buddy, again, I don't believe so you do you.
You haven't played GGG's games for a decade, sir. This shit is getting nuked for Morbid.
This is not GGG PoE 1. This is GGG PoE 2.
It's the same
GGG
company.
PoE 2.
It's
Disagree. They
company.
change the buffs and like balance philosophy is like different between these games.
Interludes are less work than 2 more acts, maybe a rotation of those for new interludes. I don't think they're
they're
allocating
not changing it.
resources. I don't think they're allocating resources on that at all.
Interludes are gonna die for like the new acts, and that's gonna happen in 1.0, so it's not gonna change.
Bow buffs, I don't foresee bow buffs. I'm gonna go with probably
0%.
not. Huh?
0%.
Yeah. It's not as unlikely as a temple buff, but a bow buff is just generally unlikely. So actually there's a new category. Very unlikely. And this one is gonna be yes, but after 0.5. So all of this is coming for sure, but after 0.5. Temple buffs are not happening. Let's see if we can...
Wow, I see my attention drop because the PoE servers are up.
Cast on crit gem break fix. That's been around since 0.1. Since 0.1, I don't think that's happening, sir.
They will need the time to fix these bugs, and I don't think they will just take it.
Well, that one's been around for over a year.
Yeah, it maybe like they fix it intermediary, but honestly, like you just have to live with it, I believe, until like post launch.
So is that it? Is that our list, chat? Is there anything else that we're thinking about that is gonna happen, is not gonna happen? Like, is there any other thoughts you guys have on this? Like, are we thinking anything's gonna happen on the skill tree in general? Are we thinking like certain skills are gonna be crazy? Like, I think Twister's gonna catch a nerf because it didn't need a buff. It was strong before.
I would actually disagree. I think Twister may be like where they want it to be because it's like very high APM and it's like engaging gameplay. So and very heavy combo heavy, and that's what they wanted to do it to be. I think like they may just leave Twister as where it is because it hasn't been touched for like fucking so many leagues.
Conduit nerf is probably happening.
Sorry, what nerf?
Conduit.
What do you mean conduit nerf?
Conduit from nothing nerf. Almost certainly.
They haven't changed any from nothing. If anything, they're gonna nerf like the classes that use it.
Well, yeah, indirectly, not the from nothing itself, but how they put the clusters there. Like, they'll probably moving around passives.
I don't think they're gonna change the skill tree in 0.55, honestly.
So move this into a maybe. Comet nerf and Arc League.
I mean, they tried to nerf like fucking trigger comets like every league, and then it still is here. So I don't know.
Nerf.
I don't know about that.
Customary? Question mark. I think it's possible. I mean, the warrior nerf. At this point, it's comical. Like, it's got to be in there. The city nerf is just, there's no way. I refuse to believe that they're not going to acknowledge the player base's feelings on cities. There's just a 0% chance. Now, the only way that this doesn't happen...
Yes?
Is if it's moved to 0.1.
Yes, that's the problem. That's why I don't think like some of the things are happening because they are
moved to 1.0.
Yes.
So that's the only way the cities don't get nerfed in 0.5. They're definitely getting axed in 1.0. There's 0% chance. Chasing cities feels like setting up towers in 0.1. Close. I do. It feels bad, but I feel like the point 0.1 towers were even worse. Like they're both bad. They're like on a scale of like getting kicked in the nuts and getting punched in your solar plexus. Like,
I mean,
they suck. They both suck. One sucks a little bit more than the other.
they already like nerf that to a decent extent by killing like Grand Emiros on it, and that was good. And
Mon-
Delirium.
Monkey nerf is a good one.
Yeah,
Actually,
they're gonna just the way they're gonna nerf Spirit Walker is to nerf the mobs that you gain from it, not Spirit Walker himself. I
yeah.
think Spirit Walker himself is like fine for them. Pretty sure.
So Spirit Walker nerf is probably not gonna affect Spirit Walker. It's gonna go
Mm-hmm.
some sort of Twister nerf, very likely. So we're gonna section this off like this. Spirit Walker nerf, Twister nerf, Monkey nerf. Maybe they untouch. Maybe they leave Spirit Walker alone, but they hit Twister and Monkey. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think you are correct to that end. I don't think they do not the actual ascendancy. So Spirit Walker skills rather than the Spirit Walker itself. I think Gemling as an ascendancy is gonna catch a fucking stick, and Martial Artist is gonna catch a fucking stick. But Spirit Walker, probably not itself, but the skills that are played on there.
I have a concern that I think that's not gonna happen, and the reason is like I think this is probably where they want like gambling is where they want like the classes to be. So if anything, I think they are just gonna buff everything to that level, like how gambling is now playable, and like the other monk ascendancy that I don't remember the name of is like currently like literally unplayable because it's
Invoker?
useless. Yeah,
It's very
unplayable.
playable.
Anything you can do,
It's still very good. It's a really good ascendancy.
it has like 0 play rate.
Well, yeah, because Martial Artist is absolutely fucking stupid broken.
Yes,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
it's
Just to say,
literally probably the best ascendancy in the game. Close to it.
yes. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is like they will buff other things to that level.
I
Not because
I would like
they
for you
don't
to
like
be correct and for me to be wrong. I promise you, I'm not saying this in a way that, like, I think you'll be wrong. I really hope that you'll be right, because in spirit, I am with you. Having known GGG as a company, based on previous history, what I think is actually going to happen is they're not going to buff the rest of the stuff to bring it and make it as fun as Martial Artist. What I think they're going to do is they're going to hit Martial Artist with a triple pronged fucking nerf, making that shit completely unplayable, sending it back to Chayula Monk 0% play rate. They're going to leave Chayula alone, they're going to leave Invoker alone, and all there's going to be is they're going to probably ruin the glove node and most definitely break Hollow Form in some way, shape, or form. Gloves and Hollow Form are both catching a fucking nerf, and the Ascendancy becomes the Runic Meridians and combo shit. And then they're gonna leave it alone and ship it. And I think it's gonna be for the worse. I don't like that, but that's what I'm anticipating. I don't want that to happen. I think that's a shitty way of doing it.
I have a reason why I think this is probably not happening. You remember like Huntress, okay, in 0.3, and
Uh-huh.
how Huntress was literally like nobody wanted to play it because it was so bad, okay? And I think that experience gave them like such a huge backlash or like realization that they need to make the classes, or at least the new ones, very playable, okay? To like even to a comical degree, because for example currently like Spirit Walker, Gambling, and Martial Artist are all the new toys, and they are all fucking insanely playable.
Yes.
Like they want you to do it.
Yes.
So what?
But then on the next cycle, all of these are gonna get hit.
But they didn't nerf the rest of them. Like all they like the old classes are still fine except for fucking Leech. And so rest in peace, Blood Mage. Like they didn't like kill like everything else from like last things.
Did
I don't even
Shaman
remember
catch
what.
any nerfs?
No,
Shaman, did Oracle catch nerfs? Oh, Shaman
no,
was
they
a great.
didn't.
Oracle didn't catch a nerf.
Some-
Interesting.
Yeah, they didn't touch. They didn't even touch it. They still like okay. Technically, it got nerfed indirectly because the mana cost, when the mana killed them
Gotcha.
because they can't like instantly shooting me.
Well, I mean, they
But
figured out a way.
Yes, but they didn't directly nerf it because this killed like spellcasters as an archetype to a certain degree.
Well, at least they didn't kill spellcasters on a level. Like, they hit all the spellcasters, so they felt like they didn't need an Oracle nerf. But they're... I mean, I don't know if they hit all attack builds. I think we'll be screaming too much if attack builds get hit all around. But I don't see martial artists surviving 0.55 in its current state. There's just no fucking way.
I disagree. I think how they're gonna make it is like they're gonna make everything more appealing to play effectively. I think if they're going with that, then it's like much better.
I hope that that's the case. I really do.
I think it's probably that's the case because
I know you're hopeful because this is new and exciting for you, and I really want to be that way. But
no, look, I
not
also
after
want them
having seen GGG for years.
I know. I see like period 1 patches. I would like them to fucking change that too, but I don't know why. But like they're just better on period 2 right now with like some of these stuff. So like so there's more, yeah.
If skill balances happen for 055, does it change for the main league itself? It does. It absolutely does. And that's part of the reason why people will come back to 0.55 is because when they make any balances, if they make anything build bricking, their excuse for doing build bricking shit is gonna be, here's a fresh economy. Just go play that. That's what everybody wants to play anyway. So yes, if they do any major balance changes that brick builds, they will break it across the board in main Runes of Aldor and in the Event League. So they will not release a patch just for the Event League. So if these nerfs come, they are coming live. They will affect your characters in the current league. You'll still be able to play them. I mean, they're not going to delete your character. But, you know, if they nerf your damage by 50%, you will feel it. Increased chance for Sacred Reservoir, not only Jade Isle. Sacred Reservoir buff, maybe.
Probably. I think currently it's just a generation problem. That they're not spawning like to the extent they should be.
Just Atlas balance. So more Atlas balance. Sacred Reservoir buff. What else do we not like on the
Mansion.
Atlas? Or how? What? Who?
Sacred Reservoir, Mansion, and Vault. Those are the 3 that is like significantly more fair than Jadal. It's either that or they're nuking Jadal.
Do you guys think they're gonna do anything with Breach?
What sense?
I feel like Breach is weak compared to the others.
Oh no, Breach has its own fucking tile loot. Like,
yeah, do you think they're gonna do anything about the fortresses? Because nobody wants to play that garbage. Breach is literally doing the regular old
like
breaches
that.
and doing rares. They have an entire mechanic with the fortresses, with their like breach stones, with all of that, and it's currently not being utilized at all.
Potentially, but the question is like, how are they gonna change it? Because if they buff it like its difficulty, then like yeah, it's still like time consuming to do. So they need to buff it. Yeah, they need to buff like a few things accordingly for the things to be good even.
And I don't mean it's going to be a breach nerf or a breach buff. I'm thinking like breach adjustments. Like in a sense that they are going to tweak and rebalance some rewards or do something to incentivize us to play those the stupid fucking fortresses and the little defend the chick. You know,
the only thing they need to do is buff its like hive block to be high enough that it's like worth doing. That's it.
Yeah.
like over like regular things, and that's it. We don't need anything else. If they do this, then it's already good enough.
But we do agree that Breach needs adjustments, period. Like in the
Exactly.
current state, Breach itself is not really, it hasn't hit the mark.
No. Breach currently, because I've been following some people are currently getting, or at least like a week back, some people were getting like 100 diff an hour from doing breaches because of the quality cut allies. Breach is currently insane for them.
No, but I mean,
because
like,
yeah.
not from a perspective of us as a players or farming strategies. Obviously, there's ways of doing it, but from like a development perspective, from a league health perspective, I don't think that they've gotten the breach into the right place. True or false? I think it just needs some slight adjustments. Like, it's not completely like, to me, where Abyss is at, they're not making any changes to the Abyss. Abyss is in the right place. It is what it is. Done. Leave it. Ship it. Goodbye.
Okay, yeah.
Breach needs some molding still.
Okay. From gave a good point. Breach is not viable as a solo player that much, aside from Hive Block, which, yes,
that's what I mean.
I guess that is. Yes. In that case, yes, I agree.
Like, just some sort of adjustments. I'm not saying it's bad or it's good or it doesn't have strats. Like, yes, there's some good strats, but as a mechanic, it's not really getting to where it's not up to GGG standards, I don't think. Changes to the game also have to do with playability. I think they also want all mechanics for more people to play it. Yeah, I just like Breach is their little love child from Keepers League, so I think at this point they've invested in the high fortresses, they've invested in the tower defense section of Breach, so I think they're gonna do something, some kind of adjustment to make that more playable and more valuable, because I think the play rate of high fortresses is just not there. And I don't know if that happens now or if that happens later, but breach adjustments are like on the maybe list. It could maybe happen, it could maybe not happen. Tablet mods, and how do we feel about just tablet adjustments in general? Tablet adjustments.
Okay.
Like,
I want them to I want them to nerf it or to remove it, but I know it's not gonna happen because we don't have a replacement for it yet. And if there is, it's not gonna come in .55.
yeah. So
I don't.
Yes, but after 0.5 is like tablet alternatives.
I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately.
Strongbox and essence crafting buff. Okay, what? You're 2 for 2, sir. Essence crafting buff.
Oh yeah, that shit needs to be buffed. It is atrocious.
It's not happening, but good one.
I mean, okay,
this is not my feeling about how this is gonna go, by the way. I would like essence buffs. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen because I don't want it to happen. I'm saying it's not gonna happen based on my interaction with GGG and the content. I would like essences to be buffed. The same conversation that I had with Nymph. I would like for what he's saying to be true. Like, I'm with him in spirit. I just don't think that shit's happening. Continue though.
Okay, so there's one thing they need to do. There's only one thing for lesser, medium, and greater to not add it as a crafted mod. That's all they need to do, and that's all they need to do. Because I think
that's a strong maybe. Strong maybe.
Because I think perfect ones are in a good spot-ish, relatively to what they want, I think. But everything under is dog shit.
Yeah. Yes, that would be a really good solution, I feel like. If they just have greater essences and below not register as a crafted mod, that would solve a lot of things. And that would give back some playability and some early crafting power for sure. Because if you're able to essence tier 3 crit onto shit, now we're looking at, okay, you have an option for a battle, or you have an option for a prefix perfect essence, like prefix ice or prefix lightning, without it being incredibly punishing. So, because right now you have to spend money on Astrid's creativity after essencing either your crit or your fizz flat, and that's really painful.
Okay, crafting in general does not need a buff. Crafting is fine. We just need more ways to craft. That is different to we need a crafting buff per se, because crafting will fix itself with the economy.
Oh, walls of text are good, Tom. Walls of text, we like them here. We like interaction, we like chat, we like walls of text, so send that shit. You'll never hear me complaining about you sending too much chatting. There's no such thing. I like you guys to interact. Yeah, I agree with Nymph on that thing. I don't think crafting itself needs a buff. I think what needs a buff is the crafting content that there is out there. Like what we're doing on this channel is what needs a buff. Because there's not really a way to get this information out to the people. Like it's people's ability to engage with the crafting systems and their knowledge of crafting that needs a buff, which is not something that GGG can do. I mean, I guess they could like make it simpler, but I don't know. I don't love that. More waste for crafting is the way to go. Getting the things we get now easier, making them more powerful is not going to change much. Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
yeah, I'm listening.
By the way, Breach, if you do solo Breach, it's just for Hive Blood or 82 specifically womb gifts. 82 womb gifts have a breakpoint for things like rings and stuff, and like there's a good amount of mods. So if you, there's also like it's also just a knowledge check at some points, because some of the strategies just don't exist unless you know or somebody told you.
Tom, it's fantastic
Like
that people can't be bothered with crafting, by the way, because that means more money for all of us.
Yeah, for example, like people didn't know about like the Mirror of Kalandra Lake map, like what is even good for, until it got noticed by somebody who wants the stuff, or somebody told you, like somebody told you, because like this strat is like super niche to even make money from, that you don't consider. So it's just a it could also just be a knowledge check.
Can we move this? Can I move this note somehow? This is not like my drawing board. I can't like take this note and move it off to the side. Yeah. Well, this is at least something. This is better than like just the basics. Is there anything that we're not thinking of that could possibly be coming in 0.55? Like balance changes, definitely. Something for the Atlas, almost definitely. Skill changes, of course. It's possible for ascendancies. It's possible for boss changes. It's unlikely that this is happening. The new acts, the total, the weapons, the classes, because the scope's too much. Is there something else that could be a good, like maybe not a league mechanic expansion, but do they do something with expedition? Surely not, right? Like they're gonna leave expedition well enough alone.
I think they were gonna leave expedition and well enough now, unless they're gonna migrate it into something. But it's an event, so I don't think they're gonna do that. So it's still, so the league mechanic is still gonna be expedition, but like we're gonna get like some new stuff. Oh, Tom, okay. Let me tell you this: the Lake of Kalandra, okay, as the biggest jackpot drop, drops a +2 suffix amulet. That suffix amulet on A level 82, very specifically, is worth currently about 3000 div. To do this, you need to run Doryani +1 and a 16 map. Again, there are strats that you don't know because nobody told you or is known.
So I can't think of anything else that's like either likely to come or unlikely to come or needs to show up. I think to me, like what would make 0.55 absolutely like insane and guarantee that I'm excited to play it, and I'm gonna play it either
New
way.
content.
But for me,
Yeah.
Arcane Archer. If 0.55 is just some mediocre balance changes in Arcane Archer, I'm super happy. I'm still playing it. Like happily playing it, not just a little bit. Sword. No, we're not getting swords in 0.55. Swords are coming in December for sure. Swords are not, it's too early for it. They're not going to release a class in a mid event league. So the part that I do want to focus on is what do they mean by event, right? Like we don't know what this event league is even going to be. Because they're going to have some sort of event. Like Freesia had the new ascendancies, completely different ones. Trial of the Ancestors Resurrected for PoE 1 had a mechanic that it's not core that they brought back. There's nothing that they could bring back, and I don't know if Ascendancy rebalances are like that, but they might do some sort of event that's interesting. So they put in some work on something.
Okay, here's my phone, okay? We're gonna get future idols for PV2 for that event.
That could be really cool, except we don't have recoms to work them, so they're gonna have to be adjustable somehow.
Either that or they're just they're only craftable.
I mean, the point of those idols is not to loot them off the ground. You are able to interact with them in ways. Like
yes, and PV2 lets you primarily craft.
Them just be adjustable by something. What's an Arcane Archer? It's a leaked missing ascendancy for the Ranger class. The Ranger has Deadeye and Pathfinder. Deadeye is focused on more like lightning arrow, just more arrows, moving faster, all that. And Pathfinder's focused more on poison and chaos and like flexibility, survivability. It's a different type of ranger. So Arcane Archer is going to be a mix of a spellcaster and an archer. It's probably going to have a way to scale your spell damage off of attack damage, or have a way to scale your attack damage off of spell damage. So you could either put attack gear and shoot spells while you shoot arrows, or put caster gear on and have caster gear affect your arrows and then be able to do spells. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be completely insane. So comment on LA. This man knows what I'm thinking. He's got it. Comment on LA. Obviously.
I mean, it could also just not be that way. It could also just be like something more like Varashta, where you just primarily use skills from the specific like ascendancy itself.
So whatever it is, I am very, very excited to see what they cooked and what they're going to do with it.
In the meantime, I'm gonna make money out of people who don't know better. Easy.
Something like Mana Forged Arrows?
No shot.
Yeah, I don't know that they want trigger skills for bows.
I mean, okay, if the thing is like they're making trigger skills really, really hard to do. Like all the trigger skills are working with enemy thresholds. So it's gonna be harder the stronger the enemy is. They don't want you to trigger on your own capability, your own stuff, regardless of everything, from what I see. Even fucking I think the only thing that does it, I think, is Spellslinger, and that's tied to into a fucking weapon. Everything else is like enemy only. Or cast and dodge. But that doesn't exactly gain that much.
Nymph, how are you doing on time and mental resource? Are you about to go to bed shortly?
No. I'm good.
Okay, because what I'm thinking is it's gonna be we'll do some speedrunning tomorrow. I'm thinking we have ourselves a little short stream. We yapped for a little bit. We ran some stuff. I don't know that like post the realm restart. I guess we'll see. We could always take a break on the realm restart. Um, but I'm thinking we start winding down for stuff. And then I will work on some speedrunning tonight. I'll work on some guides tonight. Do a couple different things, and then tomorrow we'll have a pretty solid stream. And then Saturday is my first day at work, so it'll be fitting to do one big stream tomorrow. Because after that, it's just going to be a bunch of short ones, like whatever I can stomach after work, between like doing videos and whatever else gets released. And I also, at some point throughout this downtime, is going to be deadlock time. Maybe not Mana Forged Arrows specifically, but rather the idea of doing something based on mana spent with bow attacks. Something like Archmage for bow attacks. Yeah, I mean, that's a solid idea. I don't hate that at all. I think that's pretty on point.
I mean, the thing is, like, it has to be exciting, so they're gonna put something that is like unique, because I think like, they're not gonna do anything that is like like stats or anything, because they fucking like way past that.
Fubgunner bow player confirmed. True. I was sure that my game said we restart servers. I'm waiting for that to happen. Well, it's supposed to be happening in about 10 minutes. There's going to be a warning. Like,
Oh,
that'll
in
be here.
PV2?
Yeah, PoE 2 is getting restarted.
Okay.
Discord link, why, what are you missing, and why so much price difference? Let's see. So let's look at this. This is a quality is a big difference. Not having quality makes a huge difference. This is a very low tier of spell damage. This is 18 to 21, and this one's 35 to 39. That's like tier 7 on spell damage. This one has cost efficiency and spell damage, both of which are very rare mods. It has mana, which is very desirable, and on the suffix it's got cast speed, maxed out chaos res, and crit bonus. This one has 1 off max chaos res, 1 off max cast speed, and a lower tier of crit bonus, 22 to 25. No, it's actually a higher tier of crit bonus, but this one's boosted by quality. So these are not the same ring at all. You know what I mean? This one is much harder to craft. This one nobody wants. Because cold damage compared to mana cost efficiency is a whole huge difference. This is a max rolled mana cost efficiency, and it looks like it's a max rolled spell damage too. So there's absolutely nothing to. One ring is basic dog shit, and one ring has been very desirable. Some help price checking a ring, sure. Link it. Link it in game. The character name is Keeson16. What doesn't work?
Oh, PV1 tag. I thought I found a new I found a new tech, but it's not working.
I don't really have a way of helping you buy a decent ring. That's a skill you're gonna have to learn on your own footer. You're gonna need to be able to make decisions about your build by yourself based on just the information that you see on PoE Ninja. If you're playing something that's common, go to Ninja and look at the builds that are like that, and then see what they're wearing and try to emulate it. Then you probably need to get used to passive building at some point. I don't. In order for me to do a piece of gear, like I don't do a single piece of gear. I don't just swap the ring and go, that's it. It's usually like, okay, we need to swap the ring to make the helmet work so we can craft on the boots, so we can change this amulet, so we can put this support and change this jewel. It's like a whole cascade of things. If you noticed, when I did the focus crafting, we did jewels, we did a new amulet, we switched the focus, and we added a whole modifier to boots. It's not that simple. Yeah, exactly. So doing that for your build is then at that point it's just me playing your build. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really help you that much. So this is the in-game name, by the way, Kisun_16. If you change one thing, you definitely will have to look over the whole build at times. Absolutely.
Actually, I didn't PvP much in this league, surprisingly enough, because everything was like set what I want to do.
I don't usually POB, and that sometimes I get questions that, like, I ask questions that would be easily answered by POB, and I'm still like, nah.
Yeah, but because like for me it was like martial arts was such a smooth experience. I was like, oh yeah, I need more of this, more of that, and more of this, and then I just started doing it. Even if when I was optimizing, it was like, yeah, I want like this, and then just took whatever I got. Even so, I didn't honestly did not care about like damage or anything at all. I was like, I just need to solve some issues, and the rest was like whatever.
+1 of all spells on this ring costs 4,500 divs. Yep. That's the rarest
Uh,
mod in the whole game, sir.
yep. You a +1 on a ring is like 1 in 500. No, 1 in like 5,000. Good luck.
Yep.
It's not 3%. If it was 3%, it was much more common. It's
It's more
much,
like
much, much, much less.
0.03 maybe.
No. That's even still too common.
0.03?
Add a zero. Add another zero.
All right. Realm is out. So at this point, either way, it's going to probably be a break for me. I'm thinking that we wrap up here for tonight. 0.03, it's like around there, I think. Where you're saying like 0.03 of a percent. So in other words, like 1 in 10,000 or something. Bedtime for my broom. Yeah, very nice. It's been awesome, you guys. A little short stream. I think that this is probably going to be more of the format. Once I start working and I get a work schedule set, I will probably do a stream schedule. That way you guys kind of have an idea of when it's happening. But this is about the time when I'll be getting off of work. Like what the time we're ending right now is roughly going to be the time I'll be getting home. So streams will be starting probably an hour from now, roughly. So that's going to be most likely what it's going to be like in the future.
You're gonna also see less of me.
Yeah, because it's going to be a bit late for Nymph too. I'll basically be working during the time that he's, awake and alive. But I do get 2 days off. I don't know what they'll be, but on my days off, we'll probably have some Nymph streams. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
For filters, it's gonna be Mr. Nine Lives filters. I'll probably get you a link to his profile. I'll set up a command eventually. But yeah, boys, it's been freaking awesome. I appreciate all of you for showing up. Nice short little stream. I'm glad we got to see each other today. It was fun. And crafting video for endgame breach rings, I will not. That will not be happening at any point. You have the gold ring, just swap the base to the gold ring, and that's it. All right, boys, it's been awesome. I appreciate all of you. Peace out, lads.
Bye.